All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We're here with the final Bardock EZA, this time the Super Saiyan TEQ one. Quite an old and goated unit, I'm not gonna lie. Do you remember when this guy was used back in the day? Pre-Dokkan Awakening, by the way. He was used a lot to go with the Super Saiyan Blue TEQ Goku, like way back in the day. I'm talking like 2016. In Dokkan, like, do you remember when that was a thing? Like, just nuking was the thing in Dokkan. Another one that is rainbowed, another one I'm looking forward to using. So don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know down in the comments what you think about all the Bardocks. Which one is your favorite? Fizz Super Saiyan, TEQ Super Saiyan, Strength Super Saiyan 2, or Int Super Saiyan 3? So right now, we actually have him linked up like really well. And of course, because he has some form of Super Saiyan Bardock unit, he actually links really well with a lot of them. And he does also have the Doo Golden Warriors link. But at the start of turn, pretty super. He's starting with 417k attack stat. To be fair though, this guy and this guy are both giving out support. He's given attack plus 30%. He's given attack plus 50%. I just thought it'd be somewhat fun to actually run these guys all on one team. But we will have to get rid of these guys at some point and get the AGL one on board instead. And he does have 156k defense, which of course isn't affected by support. But he still has kind of nuking stuff in his passive. He does get extra attack and defense per key sphere obtained and TEQ key spheres obtained. So giving him a bunch of key spheres is going to help him a lot, as you can see there. But he does, remember, he is getting a total of attack plus 80% on support from SSJ 2 Bardock and SSJ 3 Bardock. Don't go overboard and start additioning superling like left, right, and center. You didn't do it in your own video, so don't do it now. Thank you. 6.5 mil. I know he's getting a bag of support, but it's viable. Like you can run all these guys together. Big 5.4 mil crit as well. That's decent. That's with what, 8 key spheres, which is what, a couple of rainbows, but majority TEQ key spheres. That's pretty decent. That is pretty decent. But after EZAing, he provides AGL and TEQ types. Such an old school lead. AGL and TEQ types with key plus 3, HP and attack and defense plus 90%. He raises attack and defense on super by 30%. He then causes supreme damage to enemy and also seals. He's changed strength key spheres to TEQ key spheres. And he gets attack plus 130 and defense plus 180 at the start of turn. And then gets an additional attack and defense plus 30% per TEQ key sphere obtained. Of course, he's his own orb changer. So in terms of building that up, you just want to go to town with him in terms of nuking. He then gets an additional attack and defense plus 18% per key sphere obtained in general that aren't TEQ key spheres. So, you know, if you get a bag of TEQ key spheres, like what we just did with rainbow key spheres, you're getting 30%. And then on top of that, 18% if you're not fully nuking with just TEQ key spheres. Or if you get a bunch of different key spheres from like another type that isn't TEQ key spheres, at least he still gets a decent buff of 18%. But in general, that works really well with rainbow key spheres and of course TEQ key spheres. Which, to be fair, we are going to see what he's going to be getting now. See, now we only have attack plus 30% and he's got 275k attack stat at the start of turn. We're getting him 8 key spheres again and a decent amount of TEQ key spheres on top of that. 736k attack stat, 267k defense with all those key spheres. And then again, he's going to get 30% attack and defense raise on super. He does also have a medium chance, a 30% chance of launching an additional super attack with 3 or more key spheres obtained. 4.67, a little bit more realistic, but again, not too bad considering this is kind of a nuking sub EZA. But in terms of getting 3 or more key spheres, as you've seen for the first 2 appearances, very easy to do, especially because he does change strength key spheres to TEQ key spheres. Getting 3 key spheres is very easy nowadays in Dokkan, so, you know, getting that 30% chance of launching an additional super, quite easy to do. But 2 30% attack and defense raises is actually quite nice, especially defensively. But for some reason, it hasn't triggered for us for it. I mean, not for some reason, 30% chance isn't the biggest of chances, but still, we're yet to see the additional super pop for us. And then he does also get an additional attack plus 50% and performs a critical hit with 8 or more key spheres obtained. So he has a built-in additional and a built-in crit as long as you're getting the key spheres to get them, which is very nice for a sub EZA. And then not only that, considering how long this guy's been in the game, which is 2017, you've probably pulled him a bag of times, like you probably have him rainbowed like I do, or at least close to being rainbowed, where you can then further give him additionals and crits, which means, to be fair, you could have also gone dodge, because he does have a built-in crit with 8 key spheres, but even so, he also has the potential to launch 3 super attacks in total, if that 3 or more key spheres, 30% chance additional super pops, and then the dupes additional super pops, he can raise attack and defense by 30%, 3 times in total. Which is not too bad, to be fair. We do have the support from this Bardock here, which is a little bit more realistic because he is viable for harder content. So we are getting attack and defense plus 30%. How many orbs can we get him? We can get him 4 tech key spheres, which is actually worth it because it's 120% in total. And we're getting 2 rainbow key spheres, which is a total of 36% attack and defense. So not the biggest buff we had so far, but it's not too bad. I really want him to super attack 3 times in one turn. 4.8 mil. 4.8 mil with the Fizz Super Saiyan Bardock support. But defensively, it's not bad. I mean, you know, it's not like the strength Super Saiyan 2 EZA Bardock where he's just under that harder content or that harder difficulty content like level of defense that you need. Like, with 8 key spheres, with 130% attack and defense raise, I mean, you're looking at like 300k, just over 300k defense, which isn't enough for harder content. But it's not bad. It's not bad. This is a good old-fashioned nuking unit with nothing really else going for him. I mean, the built-in additional and crit is very nice. But this is a good old-fashioned nuking unit. He probably has some use somewhere else where you can nuke for him. You could probably nuke with him in ESBR and it'd actually work really well. Secretly, there's someone out there that has him nuking red zone bosses, but I highly doubt it, but you never know. You just kind of never know. But he's okay. Out of the bunch, he's probably the worst one. Just because nuking, like, while he is an orb change and while you do get 30% attack and defense with tech key spheres, 18% attack and defense with any other type key sphere, it's just nuking, unless you're getting him a lot of key spheres every single turn, which unfortunately just isn't possible. You know, his defense is like, as I said, kind of lingering in that 300k mark once he's supered. If he gets the additional, it's still like, it's closer to 400k, but again, it's not really making strides. Like, you would need him constantly super getting the 30% additional super in his passive. You would constantly need him additionally supering from the dupe system as well. And that's if you have dupes in him, which I'll be surprised if a lot of you don't. But you kind of need a lot of things happening for this guy to actually be somewhat viable for harder content. But as I said with the strength Bardock, he's a sub EZA where you don't really, you know, you don't expect them to be on that level. So it's not like I'm disappointed or anything. But I mean, he'd be a very fun EZA to use, like ESBR and stuff. But in terms of the TEQ SSJ Bardock, he's definitely nothing special. Unless you're purposely bringing nuking items with you, he's nothing special. You know, 4 million attack stat, you're talking 300k super defense max. You know, he's nothing special. I think out of the bunch, he's probably the worst one. Don't get me wrong, he has a lot of potential, but again, that's if you're purposely going out your way to bring nuking items, which of course you can't really do everywhere. But in terms of if he does get a bag of orbs, he seems like a lot of fun to use. And again, ESBR is probably his level. He could actually do somewhat decent in there, probably do really, really well against supers with an item active. But again, these are sub EZAs. We're not expecting him to go into red zone and just completely mollywop the entire thing and be some of the best EZAs in the game. But I do think out of all the Bardock EZAs we got from today, I do think he's probably the worst one out of the bunch. But I'm not saying he's bad. He's just the worst one out of the bunch. But he's not too bad. He's not too bad. Nothing special, nothing. He's not good, but he's not bad. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. And peace.